Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Thank you guys for taking the time out to click on that view section and watch this video. So we're just gonna hop right into it. So today we're going to be talking about having self-love in a relationship or just overall is important. So I want to say, when it comes down to self-love, you have to make sure that you have self-love before you're able to enter into any type of relationship. Whether you're just getting to know each other or dating, having self-love is very important because it establishes healthy boundaries in a connection. It lets a person know how they need to move when it comes to you, right? They know you the type of person that respect is a must, right? Respect is a must. So they know that that's a must. So therefore they know they're not going to cross that boundary, right? Because that's your self-love, right? Is making sure that people treat you with respect and you not catering to how they want to treat you, if that makes sense. Hopefully that makes sense. But for me, having self-love, you have to have healthy boundaries, right? You have to have self-love and you have to have boundaries, right? So if you have self-love, they can't cross those boundaries. You know what I'm saying? Because if you don't have self-love, then they're gonna be crossing every boundary. But if you have that self-love, they can't. And if they try it, you know what you will or will not tolerate. Gone, right? Because it's the key to self-love, right? Self-love, we all go through at some point of our life. Of course, some we have to go through, certain relationships, certain tests, to be able to establish that self-love and be able to establish healthy boundaries in order to say, hey, this is what I will and will not tolerate, right? Because we all go through different stages in our life. We all are on different wavelengths, different timelines, right? So some maybe a little bit later than others, some a little bit earlier than others. Hey, but in order to have a healthy connection and a connection that is worth your time, I should say, is that you have to have those healthy boundaries, because it's the key to self-love, period. That's my opinion. You have to have healthy boundaries, right? Because if you have healthy boundaries, you're not going to deal with nothing toxic. You're not going to deal with anything has the potential to waste your time, and it's probably going to waste your time. Because let's pause for a second. Let's pause. In a connection, or whenever a connection ends, sometimes we tend to point the finger. Like, oh, this person could have did, this person could have did this, and they did this and that to me. And yeah, they did this and that and this and that to me. But hold up though. Did we allow it? Did we allow it? Did we say, hey, don't do that? Just for them to do it again, and then we're like, hey, didn't I tell you, you shouldn't be doing that? And if it's a continuous cycle. So how many times have you pointed the finger at somebody and said it was their fault, that person's fault, instead of taking the time out to self-reflect and be like, you know what, if I really loved myself the way, or just had that self-love, I wouldn't have allowed half of what happened to transpire, right? So you have to take the time out to really think about it. What is it in our life that we're allowing to happen that we know we ain't really too fond of, right? You have to have a voice. You have to speak up. You have to know overall what you will or will not tolerate. And if a person is willing to respect that, if a person is not willing to respect that and they keep doing the same thing, then they gotta go. They gotta go. They gotta go. My opinion. But self-love will help you open your eyes to things around you, right? You'll look around and you'll see that your life is more, I would say, at peace. And if not at peace, it's more, you're more in tune with your higher self, right? Because it's like you're not surrounded around anyone or anything that's toxic, because energy is transferable, right? It really is. And we want to make sure that we're surrounding ourselves around the right people, places, or things, because it plays a huge part in how you feel, what you're thinking. Because if you surrounded around negativity, then negativity is what it's going to be. If you surrounded around people who is going to uplift you and people that's on the same wavelength as you, y'all all on that spiritual journey, y'all all are developing that self-love for yourself, then it's going to play a major impact on how you feel overall. Trust me when I say that. You may lose a few people along the way. Because you've developed that self-respect for yourself, right? You know when to call something out. You know when to say, hey, let me let you know what you did. And then we gonna move forward. We gonna see how we gonna do moving forward, right? We want to make sure that we are surrounding ourselves around the right people, places, or things. So if that means that you got to let go of certain people, then you got to let go of certain people, because that means they ain't meant to go where you going, boo. They ain't meant to go where you're going. Period. So make sure that you are setting those healthy boundaries, so that way you are developing that self-love to what you will or will not tolerate. You have to love yourself before anybody can come in and love you, especially the right way. You have to treat yourself, right? Treat yourself. Take yourself to dinner. Take yourself to get your nails and feet done. Take yourself to go get a drink, or if that's what you want to do. Take yourself on a walk through the park. Love yourself. Have time for you before anybody else can come in. Because once you take that time out and you start loving you, and you start putting that love into you, ooh, baby, it feels good, okay? Because anybody that's going to approach you, anybody that want to talk to you, they know. They know. This person here ain't playing. This person here love themselves, and they'll be able to show all over your physique. It'll be able to show you love yourself. So ladies and gentlemen, please make sure that you are putting yourself first. You are loving yourself. Of course, put God first. Pray about it. Whatever it is you may be going through, pray about it. Develop that self-love for yourself. If you have kids, focus on your kids. Pour that love into you and your children. And then when the right person come along, you'll know that that person is the right person by how they treat you. So yes, thank you guys for watching. If you got this far within the video, please like, subscribe to the channel. Don't forget. So yes, once again, you guys, thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed this vlog, and yeah, have a great week. Bye.